Well, good afternoon, West Ham fans. Let's predict the 11 to start against Wolves. Yes, good afternoon, everybody. Russ and the West Ham Network. Hope you are all safe and well. If you're new and there, give it a like, give it a comment, give it a share. Give it a bloody good subscribe, why don't you? Don't forget the Advent calendar. Today is day 17. Day 17. Joey O'Brien, I think it is today. So all you got to do is comment on that video. That's it. Just comment on the video and you could be in with winning some lovely West Ham signed stuff. All perfectly free. You don't have to be a Patreon or a discount code, no membership, nothing. Just subscribe, which is free, and then comment on the Jerry O'Brien video. We put up the winners on the community tab every day after. So we've had 16 winners so far and a few more winners to go before the big day, before the big man turns up. Before the big man turns up, innit? Comes down your chimney. Anyway, as we tend to do before every game, we try and predict the starting 11. Now, obviously, we had a Dave Moyes press conference on Friday, gave F all in terms of what's happening because it was an early morning one. The players hadn't even come back in. The only slight question mark, I think, there's two question marks. One is Mikel Antonio could potentially be on the bench maybe for today. I don't know. I'm sure other people have made claim to whether he's playing or not. The other is Edson Alvarez, who took a knock on his hip against Freiburg and went off in the second half. It wasn't. If it was that bad, he wouldn't have walked on the pitch afterwards to thank the fans who'd have been down the treatment room getting ice on it anyway. So we'll see what happens. It might just be a bang hip. I think if we can get him, if we can patch him up, we need to get him on the pitch. Anyway, let's go with starting the 11. Let's predict the 11. Now, in goal, he was on the bench. So he's recovered from his injury. I think Areola, Fabianski's had 3 games on the spin now. So for me, Areola comes back in, asserts his position as Premier League goalkeeper, and then back here for Liverpool on Wednesday. Fabs is back between the sticks. That's the way I see it. And I think the side's actually pretty easy to pick, to be honest, today. I think Emerson comes in. I think Agard comes in as well. Obviously maintains his spot. I think Zuma comes back in for the game. Obviously Mav played on Thursday, but I just think that Zuma comes back in just to add a bit of solidity. Not saying Mav, I actually really like the Mav Agard combination. I think they're really mobile, but we know Moyes will bring Zuma back in. He's the captain as well. And then much to my surprise, I thought they might have given the old night off to Vlad on Thursday, but they gave him 86 minutes, and then they brought on what's his face, didn't they? Then he brought on Tilo Kira for the last 3 minutes, along with the lesser spotted Maxwell Cornet. But I think that to me is, and Moyes spoke about rotation. I think that is literally the rotation would be Zuma and Emerson, Zuma and Areola. I think the rest of the side picks itself, in all honesty. Alvarez maintains his position there, where he pretty much plays as a third centre-back, in all honesty, for that game. Actually, that game was quite interesting as well. You had Vladimir Soufal playing pretty much like a Pep Guardiola right back, tucked inside as a midfield, really packing that midfield in quite an interesting way of, I just think he had a bit of free licence for that Freiburg game, it seemed. And then we go with the huge. I think it's the huge. I think it is. I don't see much difference. I think Paqueta plays on that left-hand side. I think Kudus plays on the right-hand side. I think JWP's there. I think Souček's there. And Bowen up top. I think that's it. If we get a situation where Alvarez is out, then I think they'll unfortunately go for the double pivot, which never works. And something like that. And then possibly him there. And then And then I think they put Fornals in because he does seem to be getting a lot of game time. Like yesterday, like on what was it, Thursday, he came on again, and he played against when Alvarez was out against the Fulham game. He played despite being probably the most sickest player there. He still played and then threw up over Angelo Bonner at half time, if you're led to be believed. Personally, I don't want this side. I'd rather. I like Emerson. I like Alvarez rather there. I like Paqueta, letting him just do what he wants to do. He has a lot more freedom. He has freedom at the 10 spot, but I just think Souček's playing. I think Souček's playing all right at the moment. So for me, he doesn't get dropped because he gives that physicality in sort of more of a forward role, and when Alvarez is playing, JWP is a completely different player. Completely different player. He like on Thursday, he was full of confidence. He had Alvarez just knew he could do. He was doing the donkey work, so to speak. He was playing so much more. He almost played most of that game. Plays a 10 for a lot of that game. But yeah, I thought, and I think that's aside. There might be a bit of jiggery pokery from now and from then until the Wednesday game. Maybe Fabianski coming back in. Maybe Zuma being dropped for Mavropanos. Maybe potentially for the Liverpool game because of the pace Liverpool have got. Maybe taking Soufal and putting Tilo Kehrer on. He does worry me about Soufal in terms of when he's up against genuine pace on that right back slot. But yeah, anyway, if you fancy a beer, beer52.com/West Ham, get yourselves free beers, or for 8 free beers if you cover the postage of $5.95, or wine52.com/West Ham Network, different URL for some reason, where you can get 3 bottles of wine in time for Christmas. Lovely. Anyway, take care, stay safe, stay warm, stay humble, keep the faith, my friends, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Take care. Much love. Bye-bye.